Nothing ever changes. This is the truth for people who stay complacent in their lives. People who do not act to make a change will not see any change happen. Some of us choose to complain about this, whether it's about our jobs or a situation we believe we have no control over. It takes a certain level of effort and belief in yourself in order to change things to work in your favor. It is so easy to have dreams that stay dreams simply because you do not take the proper steps to chase them. That being said, our dreams can seem daunting and impossible sometimes. Something that isn't difficult, though, is finding a way to take small steps towards them every day. In school, your grades will not improve unless you study and do your work. At your job, you won't get promoted unless you work harder than your peers. You won't learn how to play the guitar if you try it for 3 days and then quit. Something we don't take into consideration enough is that goals are not something you should be able to obtain in one day. They are things we continuously have to work towards in order to see results. If you decided one day that you wanted to become a writer, you wouldn't feel any fulfillment if you woke up the next day and already had stories published and perfected your craft. The journey to get to that level is what makes a dream seem so fascinating and makes them be something you want to experience. For me personally, I've had countless dreams that I wanted to chase but struggled to pursue because the task felt too daunting. I felt like the universe was working in my favor and that all the things I wanted would just magically fall into my lap. Naturally, this wasn't the case, as in order to make the universe work for you, you have to put in your own effort and make it be on your side. For example, I thought after I graduated college, I would somehow land a miracle job in a new state right off the bat. The reason I didn't land that job was because I didn't put in the work required and take the necessary steps to get there. I was stuck in a paradox between wanting that fulfillment of achieving something difficult and not actually wanting to put in the work and take the steps required to get there. The past few months, I've really been trying to get after this whole idea that things in my life will not change unless I actually put in work to make something happen. This may seem like an obvious thing, but I feel like modern society makes it hard for us to put in that effort sometimes. It almost feels like it's designed to make us complacent and okay with our lives not being lived in a way that allows us to feel truly fulfilled and like we are achieving our maximum potential. We are okay waiting for things to go our way instead of putting in work and making them go our way ourselves. The reality is, we allow it to happen to us. We get stuck in the loop that life throws at us and sometimes become okay with it instead of trying to find a way out. In my case, I was not putting in the effort to make my dreams happen, so nothing came from them. Instead of pushing myself to find a job after I graduated, I assumed it would fall into my lap and I would be living the dream in a new state. Now, let me be clear real quick. Obviously, my dream isn't just to be working a 9 to 5 job, but my dream for right after I graduated college was to have my first decent paying job so that I can enjoy my first few years as an adult. It wasn't until a couple months ago that I realized I really needed something to change, and it wasn't something that was just going to fall into my lap. When it comes to a lot of things in my life, I noticed I really struggle to put my all into it and see it through. Whether that be hobbies, content creation, relationships, finding better jobs, I just have a hard time putting my head down and putting in the work. Since realizing this, I've been trying harder to be more conscious of my efforts in these things, so at the very least, I can say if they don't work out, I actually tried. I feel like a lot of my struggles with putting in work for the things I want stems from how horrible my attention span has become. Years of consuming short form content have wired my brain in a way that makes it harder for me to spend time focusing on things that require my attention for any longer than 15 seconds. Between cutting out this sort of content from my life and being more disciplined in my approach to learning new things, I'm hoping to see progress not just in chasing my dreams and goals, but also in the quality of my life. Fixing my horrible attention span could allow me to appreciate more things in life, from books and movies to conversations with other people. If I could erase the brain fog that comes from short term gratification, I feel like it will make putting in the work easier and seem less daunting. I don't just want to be the guy who wanted to have cool hobbies, I want to be the person who actually learns how to do all the things I dream of. I want to be able to make music and play instruments. I want to learn how to draw. I want to be a good cook. I want to be someone who's creative and shares my creative mind with the world. Obviously, there's a part of me that wants to receive recognition for these things. I want people to see the products of my hard work. And I hope that I have some sort of portfolio of these things somewhere. Whatever format this takes place in, I just want to have proof that I put in the work and effort. The results are the only thing that people see. They don't see all the effort you put in to get them. So I urge you, potential viewer, go for your dreams. Don't just give it a day, give it time and effort. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, it will be so much easier to just quit, but if it's something you truly want, why give up on it just because it's easy? Maybe you don't have time because of school and work? Make time. I can almost guarantee that there's time somewhere in your day that you could use to chase your goals instead of just wasting it. Maybe that time is what you use to decompress from a busy day. Maybe it's the only alone time you get to yourself and you don't want to use it doing more work that's just going to make you more tired. To that I say, do it tired. Because honestly, if you go for it and nothing changes, then you're left with the same result as if you had done nothing at all. Then you can complain about losing a couple hours of sleep. But don't give up on a dream before you actually gave it a real chance. In the wise words of a close friend of mine, totally not stolen from anybody else, nothing can happen until you swing the bat. Maybe you will walk up to the plate and strike out. Maybe you'll put in the work for something and it won't turn out the way you wanted it to. But just because you strike out once doesn't mean the game is over. Keep walking back up to the plate and keep swinging. Because the only way you're ever going to achieve your dreams is if you keep getting up and working towards them. Nothing will change if you fail, so why not go for it? Keep putting in that effort and swinging the bat so you can build something that you're proud of. The only person keeping us from becoming the best versions of ourselves is ourselves. I know that I want to live a life that I'm proud of, and if I keep waiting for the perfect moment to start working towards something, I'll never start working. There is no perfect time to do something. It's just something that we tell ourselves to feel better about not starting a new task. And to be honest, it makes sense why we do it. Doing new and challenging things is scary, and being okay with things staying the same and not having to overcome the fear of starting something new is the easy way out. We've all done it before. You might even be doing it right now by watching this video. Being comfortable and staying the same is something we are wired to do. We are comfortable with familiarity and we don't like being in situations we don't know how to navigate. Being uncomfortable and stepping out of your box to work towards something new is scary. But it won't be until you start working hard and seeing the fruits of your labor that you truly appreciate how fulfilling life can be. We need to be able to put our heads down and tank life. I know I would rather have a few hard months because I'm putting my head down and putting in the work to make a positive change than have things stay the same. Sure, things staying the same would be easy. Hell, it would even be comfortable. But I don't want that. I have a vision for how I want my life to be, and am willing to put in the work for even a chance that it turns out that way. People might try to tell me I'm crazy, or that it won't work out. But do you think that any successful person has ever been told they're sane while they're pursuing their dreams and passions? Honestly, everyone can live their life however they want to. Everyone has different goals and dreams, and we should appreciate that diversity among our peers. If we each shared the same dreams, that would make them feel less special. The true point I'm trying to get across here is simply to not let your dreams just be dreams. Put in that little bit of effort each day. Even if you put in that effort for 15 minutes every day when you wake up, you'll make it so much further than if you never gave it a shot. 15 minutes a day for an entire year is a lot of time and effort to put forth in achieving your goals. No amount of time is too small, and no amount of effort is not enough. As long as we keep moving forward a few steps each day, we are making progress. To be quite frank, progress towards a goal is all the proof that you need you can make it. Yes, you still need to keep putting in the work to get there, but seeing progress allows you to see that it's actually something obtainable and not this big scary task that you thought it was going to be. Our fear of these goals we set for ourselves only comes from the idea that you have to complete them in one day. We need to be more appreciative of the journey to get there. Even though it may not always be fun and it may take more work than you expected, the outcome will be worth it. So keep putting your head down, step up to the plate, and swing the bat.